The dark expanse of space stretched endlessly, dotted with stars, as a fleet of alien ships approached Earth. These weren't just any ordinary ships, they were the finest in the galaxy, sleek, fast, and armed with technology far beyond anything humanity had ever seen. The Zyrex, a ruthless alien race, had traveled across the universe for centuries, conquering planet after planet. Their mission was simple: find the weak, the primitive, and the defenseless, and take what they wanted. And Earth, from their perspective, was just another insignificant world. Inside the lead Zyrex ship, the fleet commander stared at the planet below through a massive viewport. He sneered at the sight of Earth, a blue-green marble full of fragile humans. Their bodies were weak, their technology primitive, and their armies laughably small compared to the might of the Zyrex. The commander's voice echoed over the fleet's communication system. "These humans are nothing more than ants. We will crush them like all the others," he said, his words dripping with arrogance. The Zyrex had never faced a race like humanity before, but they had made the fatal mistake of underestimating them. As the commander gave the order to prepare for the invasion, Earth was blissfully unaware of the storm that was about to hit. Back on Earth, far from the bustling cities and unaware citizens, a secret military base deep underground buzzed with activity. The base, hidden from the public's eyes, was home to a specialized group of elite soldiers, trained for the most dangerous and top-secret missions. The team, led by Captain Ryan Blackwell, had been monitoring strange signals coming from space for weeks. They had intercepted a strange communication, alien transmissions in a language no one could understand. Captain Blackwell, a tall and muscular man with dark hair and piercing eyes, stood before a large monitor as the encrypted message played once again. His eyes narrowed as the alien speech came through, then a human translation appeared on the screen. The Zyrex were preparing to invade. The soldiers around him tensed, their bodies ready for action, but a feeling of dread hung in the air. This wasn't just any invasion, it was the beginning of an all-out war. Ryan's fingers tightened around the edge of the table. "They think we're weak. They think we're not a threat. We'll show them how wrong they are." Just as the team was preparing for their first encounter, a loud alarm blared through the base, signaling the arrival of the alien fleet. The countdown to battle had begun. Ryan and his soldiers, armed with experimental weapons and stealth technology, stood at the ready. The fight of their lives was about to start, but the Zyrex were not the only threat. Their biggest weapon might just be their own arrogance. As the alien ships descended upon Earth, Ryan couldn't help but think back to the years of training and preparation that had brought him to this point. It wasn't just about fighting, it was about survival. For generations, humanity had been told they were nothing, too small, too weak, too fragile to ever compete with the rest of the galaxy. But Ryan knew something they didn't. Humans had something that no other race did: resilience. The will to keep going, no matter the odds. And Ryan had seen a glimpse of something even greater, a secret government project that could change everything. "We may be weak today," Ryan muttered under his breath, "but they haven't seen our true power yet." His words were not just a promise to himself but to the people he was about to protect. His team was about to face a race far superior in technology and strength, but Ryan believed in humanity's spirit. His mind flashed to the secret project, codenamed Project Evolution, a mutation program that had been kept hidden from the public. This wasn't just about human soldiers fighting with regular weapons, it was about turning ordinary people into warriors capable of taking on the most powerful forces in the galaxy. Ryan didn't know all the details, but he knew the program had the potential to turn the tide of the battle. The base was in chaos as soldiers scrambled to prepare, but Ryan remained calm. His instincts kicked in. This wasn't just a battle for Earth, it was a fight for humanity's survival. With every second that ticked away, the chances of survival grew smaller, but Ryan was ready. He wasn't just going to protect Earth, he was going to make the Zyrex regret ever underestimating the humans. The first alien ship broke through Earth's atmosphere, its sleek body gliding effortlessly across the sky. Ryan's heart raced as he looked out from the underground base, seeing the ships descending in perfect formation. The countdown to battle was almost over. He knew the odds were against them. Humanity's military was no match for the Xyrix's advanced technology. But he had something else on his side, hope. And the strength to fight back, no matter what. With a final glance at his team, Ryan spoke one last time, his voice steady but filled with determination. We fight for Earth. We fight for our future. And we show them that humanity will never back down. As the alien fleet loomed closer, Ryan's fingers tightened on his weapon. The time for talk was over. It was time to fight. And the Xyrix would soon learn the true meaning of human strength. The audience, gripped by the tension and suspense, is left wondering, what secret does Project Evolution hold, and how will humanity stand a chance against these superior alien invaders? The hook is set, now, the battle for Earth begins. As the countdown to war continued, Captain Ryan Blackwell and his elite team were called into a secret underground facility. Here, hidden from the eyes of the public, was a program that had been in development for years, a top-secret project that could be humanity's last hope against the overwhelming power of the Xyrix. It was called Project Evolution, a genetic modification program designed to unlock the full potential of the human body and mind. The goal was simple: enhance human soldiers to the point where they could stand toe-to-toe with the most advanced alien forces. The project had been kept hidden from the world, known only to the highest-ranking officials in the military and government. The hope was that, should Earth ever face a serious threat, they would have the power to fight back. Ryan had heard whispers of the program, but he never thought he would be part of it. Now, he was standing at the heart of this operation, preparing to undergo a transformation that would change him forever. Ryan and his team were taken into a sterile, high-tech chamber. The air smelled of chemicals and metal as they were strapped into medical chairs, ready for the process. The transformation would be painful, beyond anything they could imagine, but it was their only chance to gain an edge over the Xyrix. The procedure began. A strange liquid, glowing with an eerie blue light, was injected into their veins. As it coursed through their bodies, they felt their muscles expanding, their bones strengthening. Ryan gritted his teeth, trying to suppress the pain, but it was impossible. The transformation felt like every cell in his body was being ripped apart and rebuilt in an instant. It was excruciating, but he knew it was the only way to survive. When the process was finally over, Ryan and his soldiers stumbled out of the chamber, breathing heavily. They felt different. Stronger. Faster. Their senses were sharper, their reflexes quicker. Ryan clenched his fists, feeling the raw power in his arms. He could already tell that his body was now capable of feats that were once beyond human limits. But it wasn't just physical strength. Ryan and his team had gained something even more astonishing: the ability to interface with advanced alien technology. It was a gift that would be vital in their upcoming mission. With this new power, they could fight against the Xyrix on their own terms. Ryan looked at his team, their faces reflecting a mix of shock and awe. "We're ready," he said, his voice steady with newfound confidence. "Let's show them what humanity can really do." With the transformation complete, Ryan and his team now had the strength to stand against the Xyrix. But they couldn't win the war with brute force alone. They needed to be smart, strategic, use the element of surprise to their advantage. The Xyrix were preparing to launch their full-scale invasion, and their command ship was the centerpiece of the operation. It was heavily guarded, filled with alien soldiers, advanced weapons, and a sophisticated AI system that controlled the entire fleet. To defeat the Xyrix, Ryan and his team had to infiltrate the command ship and disable their AI. Without it, the Xyrix would lose control of their ships and weapons, giving the human forces a chance to strike. Using cloaking devices and stealth technology, developed as part of the same secret project, they snuck aboard the alien ship. The Xyrix never saw them coming. The team moved through the ship's corridors like ghosts, silent and unseen, as they approached the central control room. Inside the control room, the heart of the Xyrex fleet's operations, Ryan and his soldiers planted a powerful virus in the alien AI system. It was a virus designed to disrupt the ship's systems, causing chaos and confusion. As the virus spread, the lights flickered, and alarms began to blare across the ship. The AI's control over the fleet started to break down, and the Xyrex commanders scrambled to regain control. Ryan and his team made their way back to the escape pods, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. The mission was a success. The virus was working, and the Xyrex were thrown into disarray. The time for humanity's counterattack had arrived. The silence of space was broken by the deafening roar of alien warships descending upon Earth. The Xyrex had launched their full-scale invasion. Massive ships filled the sky, casting shadows over cities and military installations. Their landing crafts dropped hundreds of thousands of alien soldiers, all heavily armed and prepared to conquer the planet. But they hadn't counted on one thing: humanity was ready. Ryan Blackwell and his elite team of mutated soldiers led the charge. Their bodies were now beyond human limitations, faster, stronger, and more durable than ever before. As the alien soldiers stormed Earth's surface, Ryan's team was already in the heart of the action, moving faster than the invaders could react. Armed with futuristic laser rifles, AI-controlled drones, and cloaking shields that made them nearly invisible to enemy forces, the humans fought with unparalleled precision. They weaved through the battlefield, using their new abilities to outsmart the alien invaders at every turn. The Xyrex soldiers, with their advanced technology, still couldn't match the ferocity and adaptability of the human mutants. Ryan led from the front, taking down alien after alien with his enhanced strength. He punched through enemy lines, his powerful blows crushing armor like paper. His soldiers followed his lead, using their speed and agility to overwhelm the alien forces. The humans fought with a sense of unity and purpose that stunned their enemies. The battlefield became a chaotic dance of lasers, explosions, and hand-to-hand combat, and the Xyrex quickly learned that they had underestimated Earth's defenders. As the battle raged on, the stakes became more personal for Ryan. One of his closest friends, Sergeant Bonner, had been fighting alongside him from the beginning. They had trained together, fought together, and shared countless moments of triumph and hardship. Bonner was more than just a comrade, he was family. But in the heat of battle, an explosion erupted near their position. Ryan's heart stopped as he saw Bonner thrown through the air, blood splattering against the dirt. Bonner hit the ground hard, unmoving. Ryan sprinted to his side, his heart pounding in his chest. Bonner's breathing was shallow, and he was covered in burns and shrapnel wounds. Ryan knelt beside him, holding his friend's hand as Bonner weakly whispered, "Finish it, for us." With those final words, Bonner's eyes closed for the last time. A fire ignited in Ryan's chest. The pain of losing his friend was unbearable, but it also gave him a singular focus: revenge. The Xyrex would pay for what they had done. This wasn't just a fight for survival, it was personal. With tears in his eyes, Ryan stood up, his resolve hardened. He turned to his team, shouting, "We fight for Bonner. We fight for Earth. No mercy." The entire team roared in agreement, and they charged back into the fray, each blow they struck now fueled by the memory of their fallen comrade. Meanwhile, high above the Earth, the Xyrex leaders were beginning to panic. They had never expected this. Humanity's weak soldiers, whom they had thought would crumble under their advanced technology, were proving to be their fiercest adversaries. The Xyrex had anticipated a quick and decisive victory. Their armies were vast, their weapons far more advanced than anything humanity possessed. Yet, here they were, fighting a war that wasn't supposed to happen, losing battle after battle to humans who seemed to refuse to back down. The battle raged, and the two warriors exchanged punches, kicks, and energy blasts in a whirlwind of violence. Ryan's mind raced, calculating each move. He wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for humanity's future. As the battle between Ryan and Xether reached its peak, the fate of humanity rested in Ryan's hands. Zether's devastating weapon, a massive energy cannon, was about to be fired. If it launched, it would wipe out entire cities in a single blast, turning Earth into a desolate wasteland. Time was running out. In a final surge of energy, Ryan broke through Zether's defenses, delivering a crushing blow that sent the alien Emperor sprawling. He reached the weapon's control panel, smashing through the security systems and disabling the launch sequence. With a loud explosion, the weapon was destroyed, and the threat to Earth was over. But the battle wasn't won yet. Ryan's team had infiltrated the rest of the Xyrex fleet, and with the weapon now destroyed, they were able to disable the rest of the alien ships. Using hacked AI drones and advanced human technology, they turned the Xyrex's own forces against them. Alien ships collided, and their ground troops scattered in confusion as the humans pressed their advantage. With the enemy fleet crippled and Zether's weapon destroyed, the tide of the war began to shift. Humanity had won a victory against impossible odds. The Xyrex were no longer the unstoppable force they once were, they were now the ones retreating, defeated by the very race they had deemed weak. Ryan and his team stood together, battered but victorious, as they watched the remnants of the alien fleet retreat into the darkness of space. The war was far from over, but for the first time, humanity had hope. They had faced the impossible, and they had won. The human race had shown the universe that no one, not even the most powerful alien empire, could ever underestimate them again. The war had raged on for months, but the final battle was upon them. Ryan and his team, the elite soldiers now enhanced by the mutations, had become the spearhead of humanity's last stand. The Xyrex Empire, once thought unbeatable, was on the brink of collapse, and humanity's final assault was about to begin. With the cloaking devices and AI-assisted technology they had acquired, Ryan and his team infiltrated the heart of the Xyrex stronghold. They moved swiftly and silently, bypassing alien defenses with ease. The advanced technology, combined with their newfound mutated abilities, made them a force to be reckoned with. Every step they took brought them closer to their goal, the alien command center, the very nerve center of the Xyrex Empire. Once inside, Ryan's heart raced as the final assault began. Their objective was clear: destroy the heart of the Xyrex control system and cripple their ability to fight back. They planted explosives, disabled defense systems, and took out the alien guards who stood in their way. The Xyrex had underestimated the humans before, but now they would pay the price. The very technology that the aliens had used to conquer countless worlds was now their undoing. As the countdown to destruction began, Ryan and his team made their way to the central control room. The alien technology in the command center was unlike anything the humans had ever seen: massive, gleaming machines that seemed to hum with unnatural power. But none of that mattered now. With one final push, Ryan activated the explosives, and the control center erupted in a brilliant explosion. The Xyrex Empire's heart was destroyed. With the mission complete, the alien forces began to retreat. The humans had struck a decisive blow, but the cost had been great. As the battlefield fell silent, Ryan stood among the wreckage, looking at the destruction left behind. The Xyrex were leaving Earth, but at what cost? Sergeant Bonner's death weighed heavily on Ryan's heart. His close friend and one of the strongest soldiers on the team had fallen in battle. Ryan had promised to avenge him, and he had kept that promise. But the victory felt bittersweet. The war had taken many lives, and the faces of the fallen would stay with Ryan forever. In the quiet moments after the battle, Ryan reflected on the sacrifice of those who had fought and died. They had given everything to protect humanity, and now, in their memory, Earth had triumphed. It was a reminder of the human spirit, unrelenting, no matter how impossible the odds. Even in the face of the most technologically advanced and ruthless enemy, humanity had proven that their resolve, their will to survive, was their greatest weapon. As the final remnants of the Xyrex fleet retreated into the vastness of space, Ryan faced the captured alien emperor, Zether, who was now kneeling before him. The once mighty alien leader, whose empire had crushed countless civilizations, was broken. He looked up at Ryan, a mix of fear and begrudging respect in his eyes. "You are no longer weak," Zethar muttered, his voice filled with both awe and fear. "The galaxy will remember this day. The humans are no longer to be underestimated." Ryan stared down at the alien emperor, a sense of pride swelling inside him. He had heard the insults, the mockery of humanity's strength. But now, the Zyrex were the ones who had been defeated. Humanity had earned its place in the galaxy, not through technology, not through advanced weaponry, but through sheer willpower, unity, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. As the battle came to a close, Earth's skies cleared of the alien threat. The planet was safe, the Zyrex defeated, and humanity had emerged victorious. In the final moments of the story, the camera zoomed out, showing Earth from space. The once battle-scarred world now stood peaceful, a symbol of humanity's resilience and strength. Ryan and his team stood together, watching the retreating alien ships disappear into the distance. They had done the impossible. They had protected Earth, and in doing so, they had cemented humanity's place as the true apex predators of the galaxy. With the war over, Ryan allowed himself a moment of reflection. The fight for survival had been brutal, but humanity had triumphed. Their legacy would not just be one of survival, it would be one of strength, unity, and determination. The galaxy would never forget the day humanity fought back and claimed victory against an empire far beyond their reach. As the screen fades to black, the message is clear: humanity, once considered weak, had shown the universe its true power. And from that day forward, Earth would no longer be a place that anyone could underestimate.